Hey. Reaching the words of Assalamu alaikum, which means peace and blessings be upon you. And I mentioned both Jesus and Muhammad's names. Let me put my glasses down. Because they were both messengers of truth and reality. And peace be upon them both. And today you're looking at the Underground Railroad. Hey, to get on this train, you need a ticket. But you know what? I'm going to give you a free pass. So everybody can get on.
I understand.
So you're looking at the Underground Railroad, and you know what? I have my mentor. Him and brother Boise was my mentor, because people that don't know, I used to call them up at night, driving them crazy. What do you do? What do you do? What do you? Here I am, 7 years later. Well, Doc.
Yes, sir. Peace, brother.
And I want to thank you for accepting the
Yes,
invitation to come on the Underground Railroad show. You are part of it.
Thank you, sir.
Because you gave me inspiration.
Thank you, sir.
You gave me knowledge. When, frankly, excuse the expression, y'all, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
I understand.
Okay. So can you tell the people something about yourself? Thank you.
Yeah, and you know, I greet you with peace, alafia, assalamu alaikum. And yes, we have been doing things here at Chicago Access for a while through You Are the Power, Speak On It, and True That. Those are a couple of programs that are actually expressions
Yes, sir.
of the hood. I mean, it's not something we created, it's what we say. You know, I grew up hearing people say true that. I grew up hearing people say speak on it. And when I look on the internet, and thanks to you, I feel a little more comfortable on the internet.
Mr. Glover,
Him and you and Mr. Darnell Glover. I see there's a lot of people throughout the nation that use speak on it for whatever. But this speak on it that we have been doing here in Chicago for nearly 20 years, I would say is somewhat unique. And we try to stay in tune with the vibe of the street. And that's basically what we do, brother. We try to continue to be relevant, and we try to be sensitive to the conditions in our hood.
How did it work for you to transition from being a local show and utilizing the waves of the web, as you said, and transcending and becoming more cosmopolitan? I'm talking about in terms of disseminating your information. What brought about that transformation, and what effect do you think that it's had on your show and your message?
Well, I think the truth of the matter is, I remember you was on your way out of town last year, and I heard you talking and some other people talking, and you all had dropped it on me a couple of times, but you know, I'm sort of old school, old fashioned.
Yes, sir.
So I remember calling you back and telling you that I was about ready to do YouTube, and you referred me to Brother Minister Darnell Glover, and he put together some things, and as a result of his creativity, we have been able to speak on it, You Are the Power, True That. Not only have we taken it on our website, we've taken the Blog Talk Radio.
Yes.
And the truth is, had not been for you and Reverend Minister Glover, I surely would not be on no internet.
Yes, sir.
I would not be caught up in that particular web, because when Mr. Glover started telling me about some virtual space, I'm still trying to comprehend. But like you say, it's forever, and if you're willing to do it, we can help you do it. And I salute, and I'm very humble that you and he actually allowed me to become part of the digital bridge versus being part of the digital divide.
Okay. And you know what? You come on Blog Talk Radio, and you know what? This is free. This is free. So don't nobody on television, nobody think I'm trying to advertise or anything like that. You come on Blog Talk Radio, they could tune into you every Monday, right?
Monday from 11 to 11:30 a.m. and Fridays from 11 to 11:30 a.m. And one of the things that, you know, people should be aware of is that, you know, in partnership with the Black Star Project, Retro Current team is participating in the Chicago Public Schools Cultural Calm Initiative.
Yes.
And one of the things we have been doing this summer is engaging young people
Yes.
on the street where they are, on the corner, under the tree, in the parking lot, dealing with the issues from their perspective and how adults can assist them in bringing about a cultural calm. So Blog Talk Radio has been very helpful for us because we've been able to dialogue not only with young people, but elders and others in trying to bring about a culture of calm in a city that seems to be boiling over every time we speak.
Yes, sir. Now, it's you know what? For people that don't know, that's looking at this show in Europe, Central America, Asia, Africa, Middle East. Chicago had something passed by the Supreme Court saying that gave individuals the ability to not bear arms, but to have guns in their home. It might have been backed by the NRA, but what did you think about that? And I'm going to ask a follow-up.
Well, I think, and I salute the elder, Mr. McDonald, and others, that felt because many people, especially the elders, had become sitting ducks in their own homes for these thugs and terrorists that comes in. Matter of fact, we had it just the other day here in Chicago. This thug, terrorist, broke into these people's house, 83-year-old man, beat him in the head with a bat, and then we know that these other people have been killed. So Brother McDonald and others were saying that citizens have a right, according to the Constitution,
Yes, sir.
to have a weapon, a gun in their home to protect themselves. And the Supreme Court seemed to have modified a Chicago law that was saying, no, you can't have it like that.
Yes.
And people want to blame Mayor Daley, but I don't think you can just blame Mayor Daley because the law was in effect before Mayor Daley became mayor, if I remember correctly. And he was just stating his position.
Yes.
And no, he don't like the idea, but he was a state's attorney, and I think he will abide, although he doesn't put up a whole lot of hoops. But anyway.
That's what I was going to ask you. What do you think is fair that Mayor Daley has put more stipulations and made it harder stipulations on purchasing a gun, even though he has a bodyguard that walks around with him. He has a police car that is parked in front of his home. And I don't know if you see what I'm saying, and I may not be explaining myself right. I'm saying is the very people that voted him in an office, they don't have that protection. They have a police car sitting out. Like the aldermen have the ability to carry a concealed weapon. Is that fair to the very people that voted him in office?
Well, brother, fair, I don't know. I don't know. Fair is relative. I think what happens is aldermen and elected officials like Mayor Daley, they are afforded different types of protection, not because they are better than others, but because of the nature of their jobs. And many times they become targets. And surely Mayor Daley is more likely, under normal circumstances, except in many Negro neighborhoods, he is more likely as a person that is involved in leadership to offend people than the average citizen.